رمضان 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 رمضان. The new moon we've come upon, the month of fasting has begun. It's time to
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, viewers. My name is Kora Ibrahim and I'm the principal of Houghton Muslim Academy. It's a privilege for me to sit here and be able to address you as the principal of this wonderful institution. As you well aware that Ramadan is now on our doorstep, and at HMA we welcome this wonderful month. It is a celebrated month and we hope to take full benefit of it, inshallah. We have a little program in store for our learners. We also have certain things that we would like them to do. But perhaps before I go into that, I should also say that on behalf of the board, we should like to wish all of you a wonderful Ramadan, blessed Ramadan. Take the benefits that is associated with this beautiful month. Make it count. Make the days count. Make the time count, inshallah. So from where we are sitting, or where I am sitting right now, HMA has put together a little program in conjunction with the Revealed Sciences Department, which is headed up by Mufti Zaid. And we feel that we will be able to get full benefit out of this month, inshallah. So we know that in the last couple of weeks, or this term has been a fairly disruptive term. We've had 4 weeks of 4-day weeks. So at least we're going to go into the next 2 that will be like that. So a lot of time has been taken away, but we don't want to take away from the month of Ramadan. In Ramadan, we're going to cut the day short slightly by about 5 minutes, and we're going to let our learners leave a little early. We are mindful of the fact that our teachers, who are majority ladies, need to go and need to prepare as well. Our learners will be fasting, as has always been the case at HMA. They fast from a very young age. So we will try to keep our activities as light as possible without taking away anything from the school day. I know the Revealed Sciences Department has got quite a bit planned for our learners in terms of making sure that the rituals that go with Ramadan is adhered to, is practiced. So inshallah, I think we will get there. But for what it's worth, I should like to wish you all the best over the month of Ramadan. Take full benefits, make the time count, spend time with the family, and it's just not about not eating. It's much more than that. I think in the end of it all, if we can come out living Ramadan for the next 11 months, we would have made a lot of progress, inshallah. So on behalf of me and HMA and the school and our board, we should like to wish you all the best over Ramadan and have a wonderful Eid, inshallah.
Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. Oh, one who fast, stand up in prayer at night, and Allah will forgive. Allah will forgive. Oh, you believe. Give charity for the pleasure of Allah. The pleasure of Allah. Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. blessed awful night. Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. You believe the end of Ramadan, the weaken your iman. Don't weaken your iman. Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. The days are fast approaching. The time is drawing near to welcome the most blessed month of the year. An occasion when mercy descends like the rain, so good deeds can increase and bad ones can wane. A short interval in which the shaitans are confined, so we can fast forward instead of rewind. How in this month is a special night of power. In the acceptance of Allah will shower. How unfortunate is the one who lets this moment serve, for each equivalent to 1,000 months of worship. So let us start now and prepare for the fast and strive to make this Ramadan better than the last. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Hey, where you are to Ramadan? Why not the you to see the Ramadan moon? All the people are coming and going, and the ladies doing and blowing. There's a buzz in the world tonight. People are so excited, Daddy's coming up soon. Up in to see the moon, open to get his eyes. Everyone's so happy. Moon, moon, come out soon. We have to see the Ramadan moon. Clouds up, fog up, steady put out your lights. We want to see the moon tonight. Look, look, oh wow, so can I. Tomorrow we get far. Now Ramadan is started and the moon has just been sighted. Tomorrow we'll pass. Every Muslim man, now we shall come in here. And it's time to leave for prayer. The Imam is in the mosque. The Quran is in your heart. Moon, moon, come out soon. We have to see the Ramadan moon. Clouds up, fog up, city without your lights. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight. Only ready gone. We gotta hold it on. Shots up for the day. That's all we have to wait. The sun goes down. We stand and break in the air. The food is on the place. Ooh, it tastes so good. Moon, moon, come out soon. We have to see the Ramadan moon. Clouds up, fog up, steady without your lights. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight. Yeah, only 10 days are left. Every night, dress on your white, hands held tight, the tears in his eyes, asking for forgiveness and paradise. Moon, moon, come out soon. We have to see the Ramadan moon. Clouds up, fog up, city put out your lights. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight. Ramadan again must be when world again like an old friend. Moon, moon, come out soon. We have to see the Ramadan moon. Clouds up, fog up, steady put out your lights. We want to see the Ramadan moon tonight. Imagine being all alone in a cave a few miles from home, and the angel Jibreel alayhi salam appears before you. He squeezes you so tightly you feel exhausted. The angel then commands you to do something you have never done before. What would you do? How would you feel? Apa Iman and Apa Taskia will enlighten you about the Holy Quran during the class Q&A. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all today? We are well, and how are you, Abbas? Alhamdulillah, we well. For today we will be doing a recap on how and to who the Holy Quran was revealed to. Let's see how well you all remember the details, inshallah. Each of you will be getting a turn to answer a question, starting with Layana. Why did our beloved Prophet Rasulullah go to his cave and spend time alone? To feel a sense of peace and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. Nabiha, what was the name of the cave Rasulullah used to visit?
The cave of Hira.
Yusaira, how far was Mecca from the cave of Hira? About 3 miles north of Mecca. Safwan, how old was Rasulullah at this time?
Rasulullah was 40 years old.
Sabine and Thuwaiba, what happened one night while Rasulullah was in his cave? The veil was lifted from the Lawh al-Mahfuz and the contents of the Quran began entering the heart of Rasulullah. Benita, how long did the entire revelation of the Holy Quran take?
About 23 years.
Zuhaira, who did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose for transferring the words of the Holy Quran to the hearts of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam?
Angel Jibreel alayhi salam.
Humaira, in which month did the first revelation take place?
The month of Ramadan.
Muhammad Ziyad, what happened when the angel Jibreel alayhi salam first appeared before Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? He squeezed Rasulullah tightly and commanded him, Iqra, meaning read. And Rasulullah said, I cannot read. Hannah, how many times did this happen?
About 3 times.
MashaAllah, class, you did well. We'll end off by telling you what happened next. After Jibreel alayhi salam squeezed Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam for the 3rd time, he let go of beloved Prophet and recited the 5 verses of Surah Allah.
I know, Abbas. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam then came home, trembling. He asked his wife, Khadija radiyallahu anha, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Kavami, wrap me.
I know, Abbas. It goes like this. He stepped inside in his home. He was overwhelmed with fear. An angel came with words from God. Things were still unclear. Saying read, but he could not read. Amazing words that he heard. A trembling deed inside his heart, confused by what occurred. There was only one who could comfort him, to help him see the light, to ease his fears, to reassure was Khadija, his wife. He said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni. MashaAllah. Ramadan is here, it's here. Ramadan, so here. During this month we must find opportunities for our good deeds to amass. From food and drink we abstain. Shaitan this month is put on a chain. Wake late in the night with a hatchet. Pray like you really truly should.
To all at this time, early hour, readily accepted, Almighty Allah hears all the most elevated.
Then eat your delicious airy food throughout the day. Don't be in a mood. Muslims fast all over worldwide. Rewards in this month multiplied. Your eyes will soon open wide, looking at those food pride. But don't get anxious. consciously await the iftar, make dua, ask to be kept from all sins afar. Recite the Holy Quran much, each and every sunnah, try to clutch. A good speech, extra nawafil salah to perform. Having kept your fast during the day, at night Tarawih stand and pray. Practice the beautiful ways of the Prophet, and for eternity hereafter, increase your profit. We are Houghton Muslim Academy. Ramadan Mubarak. Remember, we are one.
When I first started fasting, I was excited. It would soon be Eid, and that means Eid presents, Eid clothing, Eid food, and chiching, Eid money, of course. When I first started fasting, I got hungry. All I wanted was food. Pizza, burger, pasta, and tomatoes. I love tomatoes, don't you? I just wanted food and more food. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Husna Lahir, and I'm grateful to be given this opportunity of sharing my first experiences of Ramadan with you. When I first started fasting, I was 5 years old. It was a long time ago, and I only managed keeping a few fasts. Alhamdulillah, the next Ramadan I managed keeping all my fasts. When I first started fasting, I got confused. At iftar time, the entire eating table was covered with food, more food than we normally have. I thought that fasting was about feeling how the less fortunate felt. Yes, while that's definitely a good reason to fast, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so beautifully states in the Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyamu kama kutiba alal ladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Oh, you who believe, the fasting has been enjoined upon you as they were enjoined upon those before you, so you may attain taqwa. And that is the main reason we fast, to attain taqwa, which is to be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything we do. So, as we continue to fast, we continue to learn. When I first started fasting, I was excited, hungry, and confused. But as I grew, I learned. I'm still growing and I'm still learning. Ramadan is here and we are fasting. I'm very excited and I'm sure you are too. Let's be excited for the right reasons. Let's be excited to get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to learn and to earn our places in Jannah. Ramadan Kareem. May we all have a blessed Ramadan. Ameen. Jazakallahu khairan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. When I first started fasting, I was just 4 years old. Somehow, I can still remember that day. Actually, I will never ever forget that day. My mommy and daddy insisted that I was too young. My grandparents, Ya Allah, they were even worse. My nanny kept on saying, my Bachu, you're still too small and you will never manage to fast. But did I listen? No ways. As always, I got my way and found myself sitting and having suhoor with the rest of my family. Sure, suhoor time was really early. I could barely keep my eyes open. After suhoor, I read Fajr Salah with my parents and fell off to sleep in my cozy bed. Waking up for school was very difficult. but I was eager to take on the day and let all my friends know about my first fast. I've got to be honest, my tummy was not happy. I can't say my tummy was very happy. After school, my mom and I went visiting some poorer families and gave out food hampers and money. This made me realize how blessed I was to have everything from Allah Ta'ala. The rest of the day, I read dhikr with my mother and read Quran with my father. Soon enough, it was Maghrib. Yay, iftar! All the freshly baked savories were just waiting for me. I ate my simple food and thanked Allah for my beautiful meal. I really enjoyed my first fast. Jazakallah.
Experiences of Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum. The month of Ramadan is definitely the most exciting month for a Muslim. And why shouldn't it be? Allah Ta'ala has promised us that the month of Ramadan is the month where one has a chance to become good again, and that is exactly what we're trying to do. The excitement slowly builds when we hear people speaking about Ramadan being around the corner. But to be honest, the true excitement starts when we hear people talking about Ramadan being around the corner. When all daddies, nannies, Kala's boys, and not forgetting mums start talking, are they panicking because they haven't started with their savories yet? Ooh, ma, that's the beginning of Ramadan. And sometimes there's still 3 months to go. In my house, I also know Ramadan is coming because all of a sudden my dad's tension begins. Tarawih, Tarawih, Tarawih. As for the other uncles and men, the normal discussion is which masjid has the fastest Tarawih. Something like Ferrari ki Sawari. Anyways, the big day approaches. Well, actually, the night we must see the moon. The funny thing is, everyone is so scared of seeing the Ramadan moon. Some people make it like it's a mayat. Then we get the news. Ramadan, awigyo, full speed ahead. The next 30 days are the experience of a lifetime. And when it's over, we wish it just started. Truth to be said, it's only so great because great things happen. Happy things, sad things, and mad things. We fast and it reminds us of the poor and those who don't have. Iftar is my best time because my bursting, aching tummy can get a refuel. Faluda, samosa, pai, bajia, halim, zamzam dates, and so much we even forget Maghrib. I love the reading Quran part, and I especially love the part when my mom and dad go out of their way to make it special. It's shopping galore. But wait a minute. Inna lillah. Don't get me wrong, I love nice things, but the crowds and the noise and their no size, and I like something and they don't, and on we go again. And worst is when I finally agree on something, one bright spark auntie will say, I think it's cheaper in length, or are you sure you like it? Or when or if you complain or get a little upset, you are told, we only want to see you happy, like duh. I forgot to add, if we meet before Iftar, you might find or sense a little irritation or anger. Don't worry, you didn't do anything. I'm just hungry. Jazakallah khair.
Knock knock, I wonder who that could be. Oh look, it's your friend, Ramadan, and he has come to visit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How Ramadan changes a person's life. Change is the vogue today. Change is being chanted by presidents to rally up public support. Change is being demanded by the masses due to the skyrocketing fuel prices. Change, a drastic one indeed, is what we are witnessing with awe in the global weather patterns. For Muslims, Ramadan is the prime time for change. From tight sleep schedules to hunger extended hours to a technology diet, standing in Tarawih prayers at night to extensive listening to the Quran. What a change indeed. I believe change is good. It's part of our lives. Thus, all that we feel or experience is a blessing in disguise from Allah. And so is change. Why is this change so temporary in most of our lives? We give up our bad habits like listening to music and watching TV. But after the day of Eid, we are all back to square one, watching TV, listening to music, not reading Quran. Surely we are not just Muslims in Ramadan. Kind advice to people who fast. Dear fasting person, consider iftar as iftar and not walima reception. Regardless of how different our personal experiences of Ramadan are, Ramadan is a time of giving, helping those who are less fortunate, giving back. One small act of kindness can really change the world for the better. Ramadan doesn't come to change our schedule, but it comes to change our hearts. Let this Ramadan bring permanent change, change that will bring a life of deen and bring us closer to Allah. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Tamiha Ahmed, and today I will be talking to you about the impact Ramadan has on people. Ramadan. What's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word Ramadan? Fasting, ibadah, tarawih, charity, samosas, spiritual cleansing? bodily cleansing, and mental health improvement? What? You heard right, people, and this is no facade. The holy month is one which also allows Muslims to not only develop a much deeper connection with Allah Ta'ala, but also with themselves, their friends, their family, and their community overall. Not only a time rich with religious benefits, but also one plentiful in both spiritual and health benefits. So, of course, Ramadan is about bettering oneself, focusing on humility, empathy, and gratitude, and obviously Allah Ta'ala. But that's not at all where it ends. At the same time, your body is detoxicating itself from all the toxins you collect and store during the year. During the first few days of Ramadan, the blood sugar level and blood pressure drop. The body starts the cleansing process, and the first few days are normally the most difficult as they are accompanied with bad headaches and intense pangs of hunger. This is when the term for Sabr and Jameel becomes a big part of our lives. In fact, let me show you what I'm like during the first few days of Ramadan. Inna Allaha ma'as-sabirin. Inna Allaha ma'as-sabirin. It's been only 3 hours, but I can't do it anymore. It's so difficult. How am I going to survive? Come on, Tamia. You can do it for Allah. You can do it. Halfway through Ramadan, energy levels will have increased and your mind is able to concentrate better. And an overall feeling of wellness overtakes you. It is around this time you get in the car from school and your mom asks what you want for iftar. And you say, do you know what, Mom? Today I'm only going to have 2 samosas because I feel great. And then, as the thrill of the big nights and the excitement of Eid begins to overtake us, the body is accustomed to the fasting and you will feel more energetic. Now, let's focus more on the more spiritual side. Ramadan teaches us many things, and 2 of the main things it teaches us are empathy and gratitude. Empathy for those that live their day-to-day lives without basic necessities such as food and water. It teaches us to be thankful for all the luxuries we have and are too busy to appreciate. Instead, we lean towards more beneficial things such as reading Quran, praying, and just deepening our relationship with Allah Ta'ala in general, as it is the only time of the year, despite our usual daily activities, Muslims make an added effort to gain the rewards of this blessed month. So, here's to another beneficial Ramadan. Jazakallah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zubair Dara. I'm an educator at Houghton Muslim Academy. I'm a specialist in mathematics and science, and I'm teaching grades 4, 5, 6 and 7 at the school. So I don't see too much of a difference between Ramadan and out of Ramadan. The key for the learners is to keep them engaged and keep them occupied. So as long as you plan well and your lessons are constructive, then they should basically be kept engaged throughout the lesson. So we won't have any other problems. So that's basically the same thing I've been doing throughout the year, I continue doing in Ramadan. So what we try to do is, obviously we know that the energy levels are lower than it is out of Ramadan. And what we try to do is, the assessments and the assignments and the examinations, we don't be too strict or we don't put too much of pressure on them, obviously because it's Ramadan, we want them to spend more time in ibadat. So all of the assessments and the assignments, we try our level best to get it done. This year, we're going to be writing examinations in Ramadan because of the timetables. So we're going to give them a little bit more time if they need it. Some learners, they really don't need it. So Alhamdulillah, they can complete it. If it's a 1-hour assessment, it can be done. If a few of them need another 10 or 15 minutes, obviously we're going to try our best to help them. You know, as always, Ramadan is an important time to connect with Allah. And we should always remember that as much as the academics, so we say, the curriculum is important, I think the Islamic aspect has to be given more emphasis in Ramadan. Connecting with Allah to increase our Quran, ibadat, zikr, whatever small thing that we can do to get closer to Allah, we should try our level best. And the one very important thing that I've seen over my years of teaching is that a child learns by example. So my message to the parents is, if you are an example to your child, then the child will definitely follow. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan.